Hey, welcome back everyone. Alliance War Season 26. This is war number 2 of the season. And today we're going up against Jay Win. And we're going to go in, scout the map a little bit. I came in and joined a little bit late. So the first half of the map has pretty much already been completed. But you'll see my attack team. We've got Dr. Doom, Human Torch, and Falcon, who I don't bring in often, but he's going to have a really cool fight today. And we're taking Path 6. So we're not going to have a ton of fights today. We've just got the Dr. Doom in Section 1, Stealthy and CGR in Section 2, and then we are going to be taking a mini-boss today. That is why we brought Falcon in, so I'm guessing that it's pretty clear to everyone who I'll be taking, but let's jump into our first fight, and maybe you'll be surprised by the mini-boss. So our first fight is against a 6-star rank 3 Dr. Doom. He's on the Strike Back Aggression Fury node, which can be dangerous. We're going to boost up big, we're going to use Human Torch, we're going to activate our pre-fight Flame On because we don't need Torch for any other fight. So Dr. Doom can be tough here because he has such a high attack rating that if you let him go too long without hitting him, and those Furies start stacking up, he's going to be hitting extremely hard through the block, even if you parry. So I started the fight off by missing my first 2 parries, which didn't feel great. That already cost me like 5% of my health, so not great. And right here, I mistimed the dex slightly, and this is where it's really going to hurt because now I have to stay away from him because of that shock, and his Furies accumulate here to 5. And that parry that I just did cost me 12% of my health, I think. So there's the danger right there, but fortunately, after that, the fight ends relatively quickly, so not a big concern. And again, I don't need Torch again, so I don't have to pop any potions into him to heal him. We get that full attack bonus and we get that Doom down in 21 hits. I wasn't too concerned about it, but still, it can be a scary fight. Alright, so that's going to move us right along into Section 2. Like I said, not a ton of fights this war again, which is totally fine with me. You know, we all have a role to play in this alliance, and I'm fine taking these fights. And if I don't die, that just helps the alliance, and it really doesn't matter how many fights I take. I'm not trying to take the most fights in the battle group or anything like that. I'm totally fine taking the fights I'm assigned to. And in Section 2, we've got the Stealth Suit Spidey. He's another 6-star at rank 3. So we are going to throw on a few boosts here. Not too many because it is the Rage node, so I didn't want to increase my attack by a whole lot. Just because I wanted to trigger Rage as little as possible. And Stealthy has a pretty low health pool. So with Dr. Doom, the strategy, which I've been using on this node a lot, is basically just to keep him staggered so that if I ever do trigger the Rage node and the Furies that come with it, the stagger will just nullify the Fury immediately like it did right there. And I don't have to worry about him going unblockable. The Special 1 will also nullify every buff he has, including those Furies. So we're going to trigger the evade briefly right there. Now we can go in and hit him freely. I wasn't planning on doing that. I was just going to parry heavy pretty much the entire fight, but at some point during this fight, I actually got a little bit worried because I wasn't taking him down as fast as I thought I would. And I wasn't necessarily worried about timing out, but I did get a little concerned that this fight would drag on much longer than I wanted it to. So you'll see my strategy change, I think in like a minute or so. But so far, we're off to a fine start. Nothing has gone wrong yet. We're hitting our parries. We're keeping him staggered. We're not letting him evade too much. We're going to keep throwing the Special 1s. But I think it's right about this point that I looked at his health and I looked at the timer and realized that this is going to be a little bit risky here. The clock, I mean, a minute and a half has passed already, and I didn't realize that. And I've only taken off 40% of his health. So maybe it's impatience, I don't know, but I did start getting a little concerned about that at this point, and I definitely did not think that would be the case. I thought he would go down much faster with his low health pool. So I think what I'm going to do pretty soon is I'm going to save my power, actually, because we're keeping him staggered, so we don't need to keep throwing the Special 1. It's nice to have as a safety net, but we don't necessarily have to have it. As long as we keep him staggered, we shouldn't be activating those Furies, and we won't need the Special 1 to nullify it. I got rid of his evade right there. That was on purpose. The stagger just nullified a Fury, which is great. We're going to throw another Special 1, so we're going to try to steal some of his power now while we're in our Doom mode here. I forgot what it's called, but basically while we have that aura up, we're stealing his power with every hit. So we're going to keep trying to steal that power. We're going to push him to 2 bars so we can steal that power back with our special 1. And now I believe we need to trigger the evade, which I'm going to try to do at some point. Oh no, maybe I'm not. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw the special 2 right here. Yeah. And I'm going to let the Incinerates do the damage because the Incinerates do not hit the rage cap damage. So yeah, the Incinerates did a decent amount, took a good chunk off, and now we've got 2 minutes left to go in this fight. We're just going to block his special 2. But now he's down to 8%, obviously. This fight is pretty much over. Just a few more hits, and we're going to wrap it up in 3 minutes. So yeah, over 100 hits, 3-minute plus fight. Full attack bonus though. That's what matters. We get him down in 1 shot. I wasn't too concerned about that fight. And our next fight up is this Cosmic Ghost Rider, and again, really nothing to be concerned about. Cosmic Ghost Rider, 6-star rank 3, is an awesome attacker. I don't quite understand the defensive placement on the aggression prowess and power focus 2. I guess if you are going to place him, this is an okay spot for him, but again, he's just so much more valuable as an attacker. I would not place a 6-star rank 3 CGR on defense. So with Dr. Doom, again, the strategy is so simple. It's going to be the same strategy as our last war, which is just throw our special 1 and keep his power completely in check. He can throw special 1s all day and it's not going to bother me. One of them will be unblockable. But other than that, really nothing to worry about. Here he goes, the special 1, unblockable. He decks the full thing. And from now on, his special 1s should not be unblockable, I don't think. Yeah, we're just going to block the first 2 hits of that one and dex the last part. But yeah, this is going to be a very straightforward fight. Special 1s all the way. We're not going to throw a special 2 because he's Incinerate immune, so the Incinerates aren't going to do anything. We're not going to throw our special 3 because we can't get into the Doom cycle on this node because the power focus throws it off. So yeah, this is really the best option for this fight in my opinion, just to keep his power in control. Any power control champion would be a great option here, to be honest. Dr. Doom just happens to have the class advantage, so it's a nice little additional bonus. But yeah, the special 1s being unblockable, I can throw them whenever I want. They're going to eliminate that prowess. It's going to keep him at 1 bar of power, which is fine. He doesn't have like the biggest health pool or anything, so he's going down pretty quick already, to be honest. About a minute and a half into the fight, and he's already close to Assassin's range. I completely missed a parry there, and he smacked me with a few hits. But again, nothing to worry about. Dr. Doom, so safe. Got that crit resistance, got that armor. Whatever his hits do to me, it's not going to be a ton. So just special 1s, rinse and repeat. And he's going to go down. It's about a 2-minute fight, but a very safe one. No concern at all. Very straightforward. So that's going to end our path, and that's going to take us to the mini bosses now, which is a very, very cool fight. So this fight I have coming up, this mini boss, of course, it's the Thing mini boss, and he's another 6-star at rank 3. So every defender I took this war was a 6-star at rank 3. The best defense, brute force, spry, and limber nodes. The White Magneto guidance pre-fight is placed, so we eliminate the limber node. We don't have to worry about him evading or auto-blocking, so that node is irrelevant. Brute force is really the only node to worry about here. We've got our full boosts on, we've got an invulnerability boost on just to be safe, because the war was very close at this point. But yeah, this is going to be a really great Falcon fight. This, I think, is probably the most perfect Falcon fight I've ever had. It's completely textbook. So we start the fight by being locked on early. We're just going to hit him continuously to keep the brute force away. And of course, while we're locked on, he's not gaining rock stacks, which is great. We're going to hit into his block there a little bit just to keep the spacing. That's really the only concern I have when using Falcon, because you do lose your spacing when you have to dash back to trigger the lock on. But we've got him on his side of the map already. That's exactly what I wanted. Brute force triggers right there, very briefly, while we're getting locked on again. No big deal. We're going to throw the special 3. And yeah, 30 hits in. I mean, he's down to 60% already. and this fight is going so well. I haven't missed a parry yet. We're managing the rock stacks. We're not adding to them. We just need to bait out a special 2 right here. He throws it perfectly, exactly as quickly as we wanted it to. Brute force doesn't kick in. We're not taking any damage. We're just wailing away on this dude. He's throwing specials so liberally. I love that. We're keeping him on his side of the map. We're not losing any ground. And right here, the lock-on falls off. We are going to hit him just to keep brute force at bay. And we're going to hit him 3 more times here to manage his rock stacks. We're just going to bait out a special now. When he was at 15 rock stacks, we're going to hold block, re-lock on. Brute force triggers momentarily again, but we get rid of it again after like 1 or 2 seconds. We do miss that parry right there. That's probably my first mistake I've made in this fight, and it's not a big one. But, I mean, that fight was perfect. I don't think I could have done that any better. We didn't come close to needing the invulnerability boost. All that health we lost was from a little bit of brute force and a little bit of block damage. But, dude, full attack bonus achieved, 82 hits, or I'm sorry, 95 hits. I mean, just absolutely textbook. I don't think I could have done that better in any other scenario. So I felt amazing after that fight. We're going to check out our battle group stats right here. And as you can see, we have cleared the map and we died 5 times, which is 1 more than our last war. Last war we only had 4 deaths in our battle group, but 5 is still very good. Very happy about that. Our opponent's battle group has already died 7 times and they haven't cleared the map yet, so we won our battle group comparison again, which is really cool. That always feels good to know that you are besting your opponents in your battle group, so a nice little win there for us, nice little confidence boost. And now we're going to look at the overall performance. So the war wrapped up and we did win. That makes us 2-0 now to start the season, which is really nice. The defender kills were pretty close. We had 16 as an alliance. They had 23. So it was a close war. Definitely J-Win played really well. They had a lot of good fights, obviously. They didn't have a ton of overkill deaths, so very close. Our battle group accounted for approximately 1/3 of the total alliance deaths, which is fine. That's totally on average. We did as well as every other battle group, so everyone played pretty consistently in the alliance. So it's a big team win there, and that's a really, really good one for us. So hope you enjoyed the fights. The Falcon fight, definitely the highlight of the war. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll catch you in the other videos this season. See ya.